Exit velo time.
Over under.
Brought to you by our good friends at Pocket Radar. I'm gonna go
Over on 102.
Oh, I'm
Over.
setting the, I'm gonna set
Over.
it.
Over.
I'm going way over.
103 and a half.
I'm going over, and I'm gonna say
I'm going
we're gonna do a 109.
Way over.
109.
Actually, 110, Travis. Don't let me down.
110.
110.
All right, it's what I do.
110.
It's what I do.
110.
I mean, sorry
Call
about
from
that.
the
Right
couch.
on the nose.
That's incredible.
I don't even need one of those things. I can just look at it.
You can tell by the sun, he's Native American.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. With the new rules that we've been discussing, the new rules that have been kicked around, we're gonna play a little fuck, marry, kill. We've got the universal DH, the minimum 3 batters faced for the pitcher, or as well as
Pitch clock.
pitch clock. Fuck, marry, kill, pitch clock, universal DH.
We need
Minimum
to,
3
we need to
batters
marry the
faced.
universal DH 3 times.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen in that question. And then
So you're
maybe one more time for good luck. Like,
Fair enough.
I'm in on the universal DH.
Universal DH, is that something that you guys are receptive to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Real.
For sure.
It's an extra job in every team.
That's been my argument with the whole thing, is that we're all about employing
Yes.
individuals. We're all about job opportunities.
Nobody wants to
Equal
see a pitcher hit.
Nobody.
No one wants
There's about 5 pitchers that are
See
worth
what I've done here at the
the price of admission. That's about it.
Not
So-
even.
What do you mean not even?
There's like 2.
We got one on our team.
Woodruff?
Yep.
Yeah, Woodruff,
What he took 2-8.
Granky,
Madison
Bad Bum.
Bumgarner.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Fucking Jared Lorenzen?
Yeah, but like he's like
outfielder.
you can still yeah, like
Or yeah, Michael Lorenzen, is that, yeah. Same guy. Same. Jared Lorenzen, quarterback, right? Isn't that who that was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he always like pinch hits anyway, so it's not like it doesn't matter. You can still do that.
just saying, he wears the title of pitcher. I'm not gonna let you not give me that. He's a pitcher.
Sure.
That's all I'm getting at.
I think our bullpen hit like 500 last year. For real.
What were the other two? I'm in on the pitch clock.
You're in on the pitch clock?
In on the pitch clock.
Now, maybe this is just me being a pitcher. Is there any thought to you guys just getting in the fucking box?
Yeah, 1 foot in the box. You can't leave the box.
See, that's when shit gets weird because what if like you swing at a bad pitch or the umpire screws with you on a pitch, you step out, take a breath, hey, let's go, and you're just like, and now you're rushed and you're just out of your.
Yeah, because and as a competitor, I want to know that you're at your best, you're ready, you're locked in.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, with my shit, I would absolutely need to steal every opportunity I had. But you want to know that you're on time, you're not trying to snowball somebody, you know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
not trying, quick pitching, there's strategy involved in there and all that shit, but you want to know that you're ready.
I was in the minor leagues
When they
the
were doing
pitch
the pitch clock?
Yeah, and it's really not an issue.
Like,
Because they don't start the pitch clock until both guys are ready. So
right, and it's a
once-
matter, and if the pitcher just wants to,
As soon as he steps off, it resets.
we all understand the loophole involved,
Yeah.
right? It's not that big of a deal.
The 3 batter limit will never happen.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, like if a guy comes in, gets a double play, then what?
I guess like you don't have to face 3 if it's what? Like if a guy goes
so if I
6
get
and-
pulled
and
out of the
2/3
game,
and then I come in to relieve and then I can get that last out and then you can start a new guy the next inning.
yes.
Yeah. So there's loopholes to that, but it's still like if a dude gives up 3 doubles in a row, or 2, it's like you can't just like yank that guy.
Yeah, no, that's all part of get it down.
It eliminates a specialist, eliminates like the submarine dudes, a weird sidearm, funky lefties, like eliminates all that.
And my thing too with that
Fine by
is
me on that one.
I don't want. You're good. You're all good. You're all good.
For real though, the easiest one's the DH. It solves a lot of problems for a lot of people.
And I think a lot of the purists talk about, well, we want championship baseball. You guys can attest to this. We want championship baseball to be played on the same playing field.
Right.
So when we're talking World Series, we've got 4 games that can be played under a completely different set of rules.
Yep.
And we're deciding our game's best team. Like, that's who's walking away with the cake, and like we could be tapping into bullpen guys to get in the box.
All right.
That's been my take on it. I'm not a fan of that portion of it. That's why I'm for the universal DH.
I'm surprised that you're pro universal DH.
My whole thing has been like with Waino, man. That's always been the guy that I've kind of gone back to. I don't want to see that dude hobbling around because he blew out of the box.
Yeah.
You know, as much as you might want to see
Same
him.
rules in both. It's the only sport that doesn't have like the same rules across the whole sport. Yeah.
It's,
That's why I like the DH thing, and for your thing, I want to see pitchers blow out.
yeah, I'd rather see those dudes. You know what I mean?
Everybody's measured when they get to free agency on statistics and producing, but if you're a leadoff hitter in the American League, you don't have the pitcher hitting in front of you. If you're a leadoff hitter in the National League, you have the pitcher hitting in front of you.
Well, yeah, nobody wants to hit.
I know no one cares about RBIs anymore, but still.
That matters.
It still matters.
And nobody
They'll
wants
use
to
it
hit.
against you if
You
they
don't want to
can.
hit eighth in the NL. Like that's a tough spot to hit.
Yep.
Right.
You're getting less than dick to hit. That's zero fun. Zero fun whatsoever. So as
The other two change the game. This one doesn't really change the game.
yeah, like and the strategy part, telling me that I've got a lefty in the bullpen now that I have to use a certain way. And I think about bringing guys up and developing guys to do certain things, and you're just not able to deploy your resources the way you've thought about deploying them over the course of fucking forever. Now the game's changed. That can't happen for me. That's the biggest part.
Plus, like,
Yep,
it's just like, I don't see any downside to a universal DH because you're now extending guys' careers, you're creating more jobs. Not that guys are getting signed anyway, but it's like you open up an entirely different lane.
Well, the National League, like, prior to the Manny deal, like the long-term deals were all American League teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like Pujols couldn't sign in the National League.
Right.
Just wasn't gonna. No team was gonna do that.
Right,
But now, so let me ask you.
Half the field.
right.
But with the way that contracts are starting to shape up and be structured with the opt-outs, the options, right? Like we're talking 10 years for Manny, opt-out after 5. That's not to say that, you know, whatever happens in San Diego could be a complete rebuild mode. Who knows that they enter that mode? We just saw Seattle sort of go get some guys, and now it's about how do we shift gears? And that's very recent. That happened so quickly. So does that really matter? Is that an impact thing, the NL guy? Or like, because I know what you're thinking. Pujols, where's he going to play in the NL?
Yeah.
He needs those DHABs.
Yep.
That's how you will experience the longevity of this guy. So I don't know that I put much stock into that anymore because of the way the contracts shape up. Like Manny could be on the move, and he very well could land in the last 3 or 4 years on an AL roster where him signing that deal in the NL doesn't mean shit.
Right.
Doesn't mean
I just think that NL teams are scared to sign those long-term deals in case they get stuck.
because they don't have a spot to put those guys should things work. I mean, because look, for the Padres, all things work out, he'll be there for 10 years. He'll be playing shortstop or third base somewhere in the middle of that.
He's different. He's only 26.
Right. That's what they were talking about. Crazy to think at the end of his contract, he'll
Could
be.
still get like another multi-year
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. What's more important, do you think, to guys, and I mean, whether you answer this for yourselves or not, the years, the cheese?
The cheese.
Cheese.
Straight up. Because the aura around the years ain't what it was, I feel like, even 10 years ago, right? Like wearing that, like it's a badge to stay as long as you can.
Yeah, you
Yep.
still want to stay as long as you can, but
Yeah, but having that money, saving
Trying to
it
get
for your
breaded up,
family,
son.
it's like, yeah, that's it. Life's not guaranteed, so.
No, that's the biggest. That because I've thought about that. Like, you'd love to get tenured. You'd love to be handed 10 years. But what you're
If
after,
you get enough cheese, you don't need the 10
Yeah.
years.
all good. All fucking good. Absolutely. You guys big travelers?
Not really.
Traveler?
Yeah. All over.
You were in Korea, right?
Korea, Japan, and London.
Korea, Japan, and where?
London.
that's
Hey,
where you
you
went this
okay?
off season. I
What?
saw you singing in Korea, but that
Yeah.
you went to all those other places.
Did you do the Masked Singer?
Yes.
And what is that like? Like game show? Like,
It was a nightmare to prepare for it. I memorized like 4 or 5 songs. It's crazy. Think about like celebrities on stage for 3 hours a night. Like, dude, one song I was out of breath. I'm just like,
you're
it's
moving
up-
around and shit.
Oh man, like moving by just like your how to use your lungs and like you gotta have like your scap load and like your throat position. It's all this crazy stuff you never really think about as a singer. But I went through all that training, and I was just like, man, like I'm glad I stuck with baseball because it's tough.
Brutal. You
Hey,
got
but
that
it was
in-
fun.
You got that in the bag, Carrabis?
No.
Move around, sing and dance.
No,
You're not much of a shit.
I can do some boy band shit. I used to do that back in the day.
Stand
for sure.
there, kind of a.
Are you still like a god in Korea?
Yes.
That's
No.
a yes.
Yes.
That's a for sure.
Is there just a ton of fans, ton of Korean contingency
Well,
fans?
because
that,
you still like, don't you have like, what was it, Korean shit on your elbow guard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like,
It's my name in Korean. Just
yeah, like the fact that you still
Korean
keep that
guy
with
on
you.
your elbow?
Yeah.
He's got the Korean media that comes to our games too.
Really?
Talks to him, yeah.
Was it like, what was it, like 3 straight 40 homer seasons?
37 my first year, then 47, then 40. I don't remember the last one. 41. I don't know 40. But
So yeah.
yeah, that was fun. It was
Yeah.
a fun time out there.
A lot of homers.
A lot of homers.
A lot of trotting going on in Korea.
What's the
was
biggest
good.
difference in the pitching that you've seen, that you saw there, and what you see here? Obviously, velocity.
Yeah, it's more top to bottom, like a lot like like high spin rate, like 4-seamers up, and then like splits, a lot of splits and forkballs. And then you get to here, the States, it's like all sinkers, cutters, hard sliders. But over there, it's pretty much just like, yeah, fastball, split, like a big loopy, like kind of like 12-6 curveball. So you kind of get used to that, and then that's why it's tough for a lot of those guys to come over here. It's just a different style. You know, you have like guys from Dominican, like big donkeys are slinging it, like shoulders are flying this way, and the
Fucking
ball's
everywhere.
98,
Yeah.
sinking that way. So it's crazy stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, I like the. I mean, was there any truth to the pitchers being able to choose their ball that they threw with? Because I know when I was in Japan, 2008, we opened up against the Red Sox, and they were telling us that the starting pitcher in the Japanese league, they get a selection between multiple balls, different levels of tack and shit.
No.
And that guy he was able to use whatever ball he wanted, like
Yeah,
out of a group of like 3 or 4 balls.
One thing all the pitchers would always complain, all the Americans, was that like they would like take the ball out of the bag and just hand it to them. It's just like a slick, and they're just like, so they would like try to lick their fingers and like umpire,
do
no,
it.
you can't do that. You can't use sweat. So only can use rosin. That's it. Because that helps with like the split.
Yeah,
That's it, but-
having it been able to shoot out,
Yeah, but if you have like a good curveball or slider, like you're.
no grip. No.
How many homers would you hit in Korea right now?
Oh, this guy, he'd shatter the record.
I don't know.
Yeah, who is the dude?
How high is the leg kick going to be if you're in Korea? That thing's going to be up to your neck.
Who is the dude from the Netherlands that hit like 50-something?
Oh, Vladimir
Valentin.
Valentin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was with the Mariners.
Yeah, he had like
Yeah.
60.
Yeah.
Dude, if you watch that highlight video on like all 60 home runs, like he was hacking.
Yeah.
the biggest
Balls were-
gangster hacks
Yeah.
this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah. And then he was playing in the World Baseball
Yeah,
Classic
yeah,
doing
you
the
saw
same
that.
thing.
Yeah.
His hack. Oh my.
Yeah, he's
Swinging out of his ass.
he was backlegging some shit.
What would you, if I said 46 and a half is the over-under?
I'm taking the under.
The under?
The under.
No chance. Save it.
It's a lot of
Well,
home.
because
He's being
it's not
humble, he's being
162. How many
humble.
games do they play in a full season? Like
144.
Okay. I mean, it's
Under.
like, yeah. You take the over on
If
46.
you play every day, you can get at least 30.
I mean, he has
35.
30 in
Yeah,
the
but
big
like I
leagues.
think
46 is too many.
you could do it.
You would have a 40 homer season.
And remember, you crush changeups. All those hanging forkballs.
You can't be saying that on this thing.
Crush everything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, no. Hey, he can't hit fastball. Can't hit curveball. He can't hit
Talking to the
anything.
mic. It's proprietary
Throw
info.
him cookie down the middle. He can't hit that. So good
What,
luck.
what did the off season look like for you? Obviously, things changed for you.
What an off season.
Right.
It was like barely an off. I don't think you even had one.
Nothing.
I feel
right?
like we stopped playing a week ago. It was so crazy, but it started off with those fires, dude.
yeah,
You were
everything
dodging
good.
the same
Everything
thing.
good for you guys. Everything,
Yeah, all good. I saw you were scrambling.
dude. It was nuts.
He was ready to put the fucking things out himself.
It was nuts. I was out there, like when they hit, we were watching the news, watching all this shit go down, and we were like, you know what? It's a little ways away. We're gonna head into the city, head into Santa Monica. We'll be good to go.
Nah.
Get to the on ramp. We get to the on ramp, and I see this billowing cloud of smoke, and I'm like, nah, we need to go back home. So we go back home, and by the time we get to our house, we know, like, fire trucks and everybody, they are staged at the bottom of the hill that we live at. And I'm fucking scrambling. We had all of our bags packed and everything. Get all my shit. I go back out to my office to grab some stuff, and I come back. I go back up to shut the windows and lock the door and everything, and I couldn't get to the very back of the property because the fire was already right there at our property line, the gate.
It was just hot.
Oh, it was done. Yeah, it melted. It burnt a shitload of our, like the trees and shit on our property, and it melted it melted conduit lines underground on our property. That's how hot it was. Just melted shit. Dang. So we took off, got into the city, and we get safe. And I tell my wife, like, you need to be fully prepared to pull up this security camera right now and just watch our house turn into a fucking firework factory. And we pulled up the screen and you could see the firefighters fighting the fire in our backyard. And that was scary. I never experienced shit like that. Like coming from Northern California.
Damn, yeah, you don't.
Like the ground will move every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Find a doorway, get outside, and we're good to go.
Same deal, bro.
That
Crazy.
That was completely nuts.
Yeah.
Completely nuts. Not to mention, obviously, the tragedy that struck earlier with the stuff at Borderline that happened. And that was tough because I knew a bunch of people that I played softball with that weren't there the next day.
Yeah.
And that was scary. That was very weird.
You said they were there the next day?
We're not.
Oh, okay.
So like people on our teams that I played against and played with lost some of those people.
Oh,
and
okay, got it.
me being a new member of that community, that was just weird because we had that happen, and then 2 days later, the fires. And so it was like people who were like trying to put their life together were now scrambling, home gone, like what do we do? So that was a very turbulent time, but everything with California Strong,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
That ended up coming out pretty good, man.
That was fucking sweet.
Yeah.
That was sweet. You guys were able to put
cool to
together
see, man.
over $1 million, right?
$1.5 million, yeah.
At,
Yeah, it was cool to see all the support, man.
That was at
It really
Pepperdine?
was. Yeah, Pepperdine, the softball game, and then like the online fundraiser. And just the support from everybody throughout the whole process was really cool, and just to give back and just help people get back on their feet. It's not a huge donation that we were able to give them, but you know that just shows you how many families are actually affected. But just a little something just to show people that you still care, you still understand that they're going through something that gets all the headlines in the first week or so, and then everyone moves on, but they still got to deal with everything. So we didn't really know what it was going to become, the whole California Strong thing. Right. It just ended up kind of steamrolling, blowing up, and
how cool
becoming
was
what it is. Yeah.
How cool was it to have the support of? And this is the kind of shit that I like to talk about with you guys because, you know, everybody saw all the stuff on MLB Network and everybody saw the stuff on ESPN, great coverage of that stuff, but being able to tap resources like your teammates and having guys reach out to you from across the game and make that impact. Just kind of explain what that fraternity is like for people who are like, oh, you know, he's a Brewer, I'm a Cardinals fan, fuck that guy, but he's a decent human being.
Right.
It doesn't matter what uni you're wearing when shit like that comes up.
Yeah, it was just not only from throughout the league, but really just all spaces of life. There's actors, singers, just, you know, regular people reaching out, wanting to help, which was really cool. I mean, in really shitty times, people come together and help each other out with whatever they can, whether it's donating time, money, energy.
That's the thing, is the time.
Yeah.
We had people that were trying to volunteer and take care of animals and shit.
Right.
And we're calling shelters. And what was cool is the shelters in the neighborhood were like, we're good, man.
Yeah.
We don't need any help. People have come and taken care of animals, horses, livestock. And I was kind of blown away.
So, that was cool to see. I mean, as far as bad of a time as it was cool to see everyone
absolutely
come together and help out.
Speaking of animals, we were talking with Sean Manaea. And
Wild take, by the way.
Wild take.
Wild take.
Seems to believe, and after he explained it, I don't know that I can really.
Yeah, there's logic behind it.
Total logic.
Yeah.
But he believes that he can take out a cheetah. Like if it was fisticuffs, him and a cheetah in an octagon, he's walking out alive.
Right, because originally I pitched it as like, what animal could you beat in a fight? So I'm thinking just like boxing, and then he was like, well, I would choke it out. And I was like, all right, so we're doing MMA. So it would be MMA rules.
Yes.
What's the most dangerous animal you think you could beat in a fight?
I just wanted to hear how he thinks he's choking out this chick.
Guys are sprinting, jumping.
No, he was like,
I think he can get it. I think I'm on his side.
Yeah.
They're really not that big.
That was his point. He was like, I'm 6'5".
It's a fucking
I outweigh the
cheetah.
cheetah.
Yeah, but they're fat.
Well, like out of all like the cat.
That's what it
animals,
does
like,
to like live.
Yeah, but it's still a
They're
cat. though.
fast.
Scratch.
Yeah.
You're not gonna die from a scratch.
Yeah, but with a
It
mole,
depends on where he gets it.
How do you think they kill food in the wild?
They catch him, they just bite. And
They just outrun it.
But see, he's talking about imposing his will. He was just gonna like lay on it, weight factor, choke it out, done deal.
I think you could get him.
He also made the
Especially-
point that they don't have a ton of oxygen capacity. You know, they're short burst animals. So as far as conditioning goes,
I mean,
how do we make this happen?
small gas tank.
Now I want to see this.
Small gas tank. If you were going to be like, you knew that your fate was like, I'm gonna die by animal death. How do you go out? What animal takes you out and how? Like for me, I want to be bit in the head by a great white. Let's make this short and quick.
I would say my ex.
All right.
Oh,
She's watching.
oh.
I feel like. What
Dragon
did I
mother?
say? Gorilla.
That's what I was
I
thinking
said a
too.
gorilla,
Yeah,
What?
Mania said a gorilla. That he
which
just
is
wanted to
like
be
brutal.
beat.
Yeah, but if he
Yeah.
if he clubs you, he might knock you out.
Yeah, I think.
I'm trying to think, like alligator or crocodile would suck, because you're drowning.
Yeah, and you're being chewed on.
Yeah.
Like your dinner. You're a meal.
Okay,
Like they don't snap and release.
a boa constrictor.
Yeah, that's
See that
suffocating. That's the same thing as drowning.
No, it's not that bad.
I mean,
Like
it would,
underwater,
What are you
it would
going
just.
for? Are you
you're
going
drowning,
like
you're just, like,
coolest
constrict
death
you
or
to
like
death.
least
Yeah,
painful?
Yeah, well, that's why I'm going.
You going out in a blaze of glory, or are you
At least-
going
at
out
least
at?
It's your death. It's your death. I clearly took the bitch way out, and I just wanted to end quickly.
Quick.
I want like a tiger or something to take me down.
Just get mauled by a
Just-
tiger.
Yeah, just ambush.
Because so you know what happens there?
I
is
might
they
just go grizzly bear.
they
Yeah, you
just-
have to go bear.
Yeah,
After
grizzly bear.
After that Leo DiCaprio movie, was it the Revenant?
Revenant?
After that scene,
No part of a
just
grizzly.
getting chewed up and just slit the bear's. Oh man.
No part
Getting
of a grizzly.
Sliced up.
Yeah, and you know, like
I mean, it's gonna suck either way.
Yeah, but getting sliced
There's
up like
no
your
like
arms
pleasant
hanging.
animal
it's like,
death.
oh,
tiger
wasn't so
lion
bad.
gets a hold of you, they start eating shit before it's dead.
Yeah, just like your
Ass
guts.
first,
Imagine
too,
seeing
bud.
your guts hanging out and just like, oh, shit, that sucks. And like you're still alive, you feel everything.
What
Okay,
about,
here we go.
Like stingray.
Yeah, okay.
Steve
no.
Irwin, R.I.P.
Steve Irwin, yeah, R.I.P.
Okay, what
That's
about
pretty
anything
quick one,
poison?
right?
That's over now.
Okay, what about bugs?
Like get bit by a bug?
Yeah, like an insect, like venom. You know, some of them like paralyze you, and
Like
a
a
snake?
like a
Scorpion?
black
like a
widow.
snake or a spider or something, like a brown recluse or something.
That's
But like,
gonna
what's
take a
that
while,
feel
though.
like?
The brown recluse,
Not
your
great.
body starts to like,
It's not
shit
instantaneous.
starts to slough off. Like you catch one in the
What
ankle,
about-
and before you know it,
There's
you're
no good
scratching
answer
your
to this.
kneecap, and
What
now you're
about-
holding your patella.
What about an eel? Just electrocute you?
I can
Oh,
be into that.
yeah.
That'd be it.
Okay.
You ever been tased?
No.
You don't have to disclose that.
No.
Yeah, wait, do you guys have one?
It's a wild ride.
Yeah.
It's a
Part of
wild
the
ride.
show.
I feel like an eel might. I don't know if an eel can an eel kill you?
Yeah.
A human?
I'm sure there's some.
Yes.
You think?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
In water?
Have you ever
Water?
watched River Monsters?
No. How many volts are they working with?
We're talking 50,000 plus.
50,000 is what a taser has.
You get it stuck on you. This dude's not letting go.
I mean, I just watched The Hangover. I'll go right here.
Like the cop is holding the trigger. Like the eel, it's life and death. He's probably winning that one.
Yeah, I'm going eel. I think that's my way to go.
Yeah.
Just getting fried.
Quick.
I respect that.
Quick. Electric chair style.
I don't know. That's tough.
That is a tough one.
Best visiting clubhouse spread.
Yankee Stadium.
Oh, yeah, you know where. Oh,
Yeah.
No,
Sorry,
Is it
bro.
really even close?
Oh, dude, yeah,
It's
not even.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
not even close.
Not even close.
It's not even
There's
me
like
hungry
5
talking about it.
stations of
Really?
like whatever you want.
Yeah,
You got filet, you got lobster tails, you got just
Everything.
I mean, it's like,
It's like 4 meals.
There's a sushi guy in there too.
I
Like,
mean,
you
it's
can
just-
choose what you want to eat.
Yeah,
Why
there's like
would they-
4
There's
different
4
meals.
different types of food. Like so, like I never left.
They're like a
I-
pasta bar, a pizza bar,
Yep.
steak, lobster.
But why do the Yankees accommodate their visitors that well? That's weird. So they can get them to play there eventually?
That's
I'll fucking kill you.
it's the Yankees. Bro.
Yeah, I think that's a weird move. I feel like if you're the visiting team, you
No.
should be in charge of like.
And I hammer the pork chops and rice and beans. That was my jam. Have you heard about the clubhouse? How big that fucking thing is?
where? In Oakland?
No, New York's.
No.
That thing spans.
Oh, you
No,
haven't
I've never
been?
on that side.
the
Never
home
been?
side?
Oh, the home side?
Yeah, the home side.
Nah.
I've never seen it either.
That thing spans the entire length of the right field side, or from home to right field, out, and then part of, out to right field. Yeah, there's a whole nother clubhouse for players. So this is where everybody's allowed, the media or whatever. This is where your locker is, whatever. This is where you go. This is where you guys chill. Yeah, a whole nother quarantine area.
I can see that for all the media.
Yeah, well, that's
For them to get away from all that every day.
Yes. Yeah.
Every day, there's 50 million people in there.
that's insane.
Makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
still a weird move, though, to just take such good care of visitors. The Fenway Visitors Clubhouse is a prison cell.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah.
About the size of this bay right here.
Huh?
It's about the size of this.
Yeah, they got an ice cream machine though, so I'm good. They got that little soft serve machine. That's all I
And they
need.
got Presidentes.
That too.
Big fan of Presidentes.
Yeah, I would make it as uncomfortable as possible.
It's terrible. I had the locker
Wrigley?
that was right behind the giant fucking pole.
That's like a Red Auerbach move. They would just fuck with the other clubhouse.
You can't anymore.
Yeah,
though,
you can't.
I guess not, but I mean,
There's guidelines now.
what, there has to be
You
certain
did.
standards.
Yeah, there's standards now.
Like what?
Food for stuff that's available to you there. Yeah.
Do you have any vegans on your team? You would know because they would tell you.
Suter tried it.
Who
2
did?
year- yeah, he tried it 2 years ago. He only lasted a couple months though.
That must be a nightmare, setting up catering, being oh, here's our vegetarian and our vegan, and it's just.
It's hard to be a vegan and play though. I
Right?
feel like your
get
energy
tired.
level would just be gone.
I would never eat any food, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, what do you eat?
I lasted a
I get
week.
that, yeah, shit, but the body just, I would feel like the body demands way too much for you to just be eating fucking turtle food
Yeah.
all damn day.
Yeah, didn't you say that you were gonna stop lifting like a meathead? What happened?
Got better at baseball.
No, I mean you said going into this year you were gonna stop lifting like a meathead. You're still
Oh, I
very
think
much
when I was
jacked.
when I was younger, I was getting workouts from Flex magazine. It's okay, bicep curls, pinky over to get the
I mean,
peaks. and just-
your forearms
that's
are
a
bigger
40.
than
yeah,
your quads.
that's a 40. And I was yeah, I can't. I mean, you thought my thoracic is bad now. Back then, it was just oh, no, that's it. But no, I just train smarter. There's certain.
His arms are the size of my thighs.
That's what I just said. I said your forearms are bigger than my quads.
Actually, might be a thing though.
Yeah, no, that's very much true.
Actually,
Jared
might be a
skips
fact.
leg
Yeah, I
day.
don't do leg day. Leg day.
It's well noted.
It's another day that you can just do arms. It's a waste of time. If you're not a professional athlete and you're doing legs, you're trying way too hard.
No, so okay. So when you do legs, you do heavy squats.
No.
Your ass gets big. See, that's when you're at the bar. You order a beer. You bend over. Some chick at the bar is looking fat butt cheek hanging out, and they just girls like booty. They
But
like
I've never heard a girl. I mean, obviously, me personally, I've never heard a girl compliment my legs or my ass, but I've never heard a girl compliment anybody's legs or ass.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
I mean, it's girls that like athletes, and
You just don't have the
But-
getaway stick.
but-
If you look at me from the belt up, you'd be like, maybe, could be an athlete, possibly.
in the belt.
Yeah.
how hard do you think Jared could throw? Just a guess.
Right now.
Right now.
Okay,
right
cold.
now, warm up.
No warm up.
No
Okay.
warm up.
We were on the
55.
gun yesterday. 55?
I was
Cold?
gonna go,
I'm
I was
going
gonna
like-
go 74.
74.
75.
To play, right?
I tweeted about it, yeah.
Yeah, but cold. Look, you went
I got 75.
Yeah, I
I
was
threw
gonna
with
say
him in
75.
Oakland in April, so it's almost been a year.
Okay,
Like
it's not bad.
competitively, I haven't thrown competitively since 2010.
Like 75 and then a blowout for sure.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. It was 70, 74 and I went numb in my fingers.
Well, that didn't happen. I don't know where he gets the 74 number from.
So we have it on his phone,
Oh, can I-
and then he edited the miles per hour to be low.
I'm nowhere near that good.
He's making terroristic threats because he faced my boss, and he carved him up. So everyone wants to see the video of what I threw on the gun. So he said, "I'll release the video. You release the video of Dave." He won't. No one's releasing any video.
Extravagant fabrication right
It's
now
insane.
on Jared's behalf.
Dallas is basically a terrorist at the end of the day.
We've got another guy in the group that feels like he can get on the bump and touch 80s and 90s.
He's not in the group. He's a very much.
Well, I'm at the Barstool.
Yeah, sure.
He's Mouse, White Sox
Mouse.
Mouse. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Mouse.
Claims to throw 91, went on the gun and threw 69. There's a vast
No
discrepancy.
chance. People don't understand how hard it is to throw 91.
Yeah.
I've never thrown 91 in my life.
I wouldn't expect you to. I wouldn't expect I don't
don't know. I feel like 91.
Who's got the best chance of making the transition? Like right now, I take your glove, and you're on the mound.
On our team or
Out of us three or on our team?
Out of you three.
Oh,
Out of you three.
Probably
right now.
Travis. I can't
Like
throw
which-
shit, so it's not
You
me.
can't throw.
whoa,
big as our-
You got a lot of fucking.
I got a little
Nice.
stab, but that might work.
What?
I don't know. I've never been on the mound.
Fuck.
I play catch with
Which
Yelich. He
one of you
can't play
guys
catch.
is council asking to eat the last inning of a 60-1 game?
Sink, cut, lights out slider.
Oh, I love it.
Your arms are too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Just
love
look, okay, look at Lorenzen.
He
That's
doesn't
true.
count.
He's jacked. I have the same I have the same arm action as Lorenzen. See, I have to laugh at that one. Yeah, okay, I don't. But 88, big shoulders, turnover. That's it. Under the barrels, off the hands. Come on, kid.
Just got to miss barrels.
I mean,
I got T. Shaw.
Yeah, I'll take my bloodlines. I think my dad's bloodlines.
Dad
That's
pitched
gotta
the
help.
Run a
show.
little
No,
deeper.
okay.
what would
That's
you
gotta
clock
help.
in at?
What would I clock in at right now?
Yeah.
Probably like 81, 82.
That's not terrible.
You could do better. You could do better than that.
I mean, if I maxed out, I'd probably get 85, 86. I'd probably sit 81.
Yeah.
You're not scratching your other shoulder the next day, though.
I mean, if you're playing third base, you have to have low 90s in the tank with a crow hop.
Yeah, I've done that before.
What would you be your max with a crow hop?
Maybe 90, 91.
White Sox, there's no chance he threw 90.
No.
There's
Not at
no
all.
chance.
Never seen him throw. Never seen. I promise you,
He's
not
like
throwing 91.
5'5".
You don't need to.
He's literally 5'5". There's just no chance.
It's just not happening.
Yeah, it's really not. Dallas asked you though about your offseason and how you barely had one. How much of that was with all the MVP tour that you were doing?
A lot. Yeah. It
What was the coolest thing that you got to do because you won the MVP?
Yeah, what comes with that?
Yeah.
What comes with that?
That you can tell us about.
Yeah. That's another thing.
Sure.
Like the coolest thing I probably can't tell you about. But I think it was just like the people you got to meet was really cool. Like the experiences, the places that you were.
The doors that open in that regard,
it was
right?
really cool. Like life changed a lot, But it was really cool. It was a once in a lifetime experience, most likely.
I don't know about that.
We'll see.
That is true. By the way, he basically predicted your season. Like
You did?
I did.
Yeah, that's the
Appreciate
only
it.
thing that
Let me
I'll
do that
ever
one more
give him
time.
credit for. But he more or less predicted that.
I told him it was coming. I
Yeah.
told him it was coming.
His second half was the most absurd thing I've
It
ever
was
seen in my
insane.
life.
Stupid.
Absurd thing I've ever seen
Stupid.
in my life.
It was,
like-
unconscious. In
Yeah.
a tree, as they say.
I I would text him after games, just like running out of shit to say. There would be like a night where like, dude, I don't even know.
Right, yeah. Like I think
don't
I would do the same thing. I'd fire off like, really? And I
Yeah.
would be like,
Like imagine it, because like after he hit for the second cycle, it's like when your girlfriend has more than one birthday in a year. It's
Right.
like, dude, like I already said happy birthday. Like we'll get you on the next one. Like it's not even special anymore
You're
if
like,
it
her
just
birthday's
happens
right
all the time.
before Valentine's Day. It's like, Uncle.
Yeah.
been here.
Birthday, anniversary,
Come on.
and Christmas all in like
You're
a
getting
3-month
greedy.
span. Yeah. It's like wrap it up. You've had enough at that point.
It was a lot of fun though.
But
It was a lot of fun.
you might have predicted his season. I predicted the Brewers season.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to watch him develop into this Brewer-loving individual. He adopted you guys very early.
I mean, I just went with him. And then I knew about Thames from like watching YouTube clips
Right, the
and
videos,
fucking
right.
KBO.
Yeah, we-
And then when they signed you, I was like, oh shit,
Oh,
like
fuck.
it's about to go down. And Yelich, we followed each other from like 2014 or 15 because what year was the WBC? That was like 17,
17,
right?
yeah.
But it was even before that because you've been reading Barstool for a while.
Yeah, for a little while.
Yeah, so it's basically like,
I don't remember exactly the year.
yeah, it was basically like, all right, my favorite players are assembling this super team in Milwaukee. It's like, I guess I'm a Brewers fan.
Probably a fan now.
Yeah.
Have you guys been consuming? How long have you guys?
We played one of his rants in the clubhouse. I forgot. I'm
was
not
the
gonna say which one it was, but we watched it.
Legendary.
And everybody was dying.
I'll tell you which one it was.
We know which one it was.
I'll tell you which one. Hey, Cole Hamels. You wanna say it's not a fucking rivalry now? Is it a rivalry now? Yeah, best record in the National League, Cole Hamels. Thanks for watching.
He said it. I didn't say it.
Yeah.
You said
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. You can't say that it's not a rival. But by the way, who would you say now, after a couple of years of being, you can say top dogs, who would you consider to be your biggest rival?
right now.
Yeah.
I'll say it's still the Cubs.
The Cubs.
Still the Cubs.
Yeah.
Because what, like, I don't know. I feel like they can't, because you
It's more the
say,
fan bases, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You feel that more from the
Yeah.
fans. That's
Yeah.
pushed by the
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah.
I like
The players, we all-
the players
like each other.
Yeah, interacting with the Cubs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the players are fine.
Right.
They're all
Minus
good
one or
dudes,
two.
but the fan bases hate each other.
So, but I mean, do you guys?
You want to compete and win on the field, obviously.
Sure. But I mean, it's not like, yo, fuck that dude.
No.
It's more about like you feel the energy. It's
Yeah.
hyped, concentration, the focus. There's
Yeah,
nothing you can give
when
away
they
from
roll
the game.
when they roll into Miller Park and it's 70% Cubs fans. I mean,
I didn't realize how close they were, like the two stadiums.
yeah. they
Yeah,
are.
real close.
Is it less than an hour? Or is it about
From
an
Wrigley to
hour?
Miller Park, a little over an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, hour and a half.
It's just easier, they say, for a lot of those
Yeah.
Cubs fans outside of Chicago, just to get to Miller Park.
I
than
feel
it
like
is to get into
I feel like
downtown.
it's getting there though.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Tickets at Wrigley are expensive as all hell.
And in
Right.
April, we have a roof.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
But I feel like the Brewers fan base is getting there because
Oh, the Brewers fan base is incredible.
yeah, we were throwing out like
The game 163 in Wrigley, we might have had.
Yeah.
more fans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
might have been 60-40 Brewers fans.
Yeah.
70-30.
Yeah, that
It was
game
loud
was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
the Brewers fan base is
Putting out like
amazing.
Brewers merch and it was moving.
Yeah.
For one of the smallest markets in Major League Baseball, they show up.
Yeah.
We have amazing fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I feel like, the Brewers strategy of being like, hey, let's just compile a bunch of guys that can hit the shit out of the ball. It's my strategy. Like I
Go
love it.
deep and punch tickets. That's what the
Yeah.
Brewer does.
I mean, we were rolling out.
I fastballs at 98 to 100, depending on who it is.
Yeah.
Our average
homer.
infielder size at one point last year was about 6'3", 250.
Yeah.
Not little dudes.
Yeah. Those are
Third,
some big boys.
all the way around to first.
Yeah.
Rounded out at first with about, I don't know.
Yeah, Aggies rounded out at first close to 3 bills.
Yeah. And that was the thing too. Like you were asked to move around a lot to accommodate a guy like Moustakas coming in. Scope was there. I mean, when you look at the lineup card, does it really matter where you play position-wise? As long as it's like I'm in a lineup where pretty much everyone here can hit at least 25.
Yeah, we're just trying to outscore everybody.
Yeah.
That's kind of forget defense.
I mean, the Milwaukee Brewers
Score
basically
more than they do.
every day has put up football scores.
So as you guys, obviously, you're sitting around, you're watching how things go. You hear that Moose is back.
Love Moose.
What does the addition of a guy like him at a time that it happens do for you guys? Like, what did that do? Just in terms of feeling, like, because obviously, look, we still got to get our feet under ourselves. We got spring to go through, right? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but we know, what that kind of acquisition can mean for you, what that can spell for you. So is there a different vibe, like, 24 hours ago, shit was a little different. Today?
Yeah, I mean, we're all excited and kind of thought it might still happen. Like, we never really thought we were not going to ever get Moose. Like, we thought there was that chance was there for a long time. But now that he's back, it's a winning player. He's a great dude. 30 homers. Just
40.
makes us better. Yeah, 40 homers. I mean,
Yeah.
he could hit 40 homers in Miller
That
Park,
just came
so
out of
we'll
nowhere. I was like, that's the Royals record.
But you fucking take it.
Yeah.
But you fucking take it.
Dude, in that ballpark,
I know.
that's impressive.
Cough?
Yeah.
Go get him.
Yeah.
That's a yard.
see. He earned all of those.
A yard.
I don't know where he's at. He was supposed to be here.
I think he just texted me.
Was he?
Yeah, Moose
Yeah.
was supposed to come today.
He said,
yeah.
what time? Right now.
Right now.
Are you guys staying close to this place? Or near this area, kind of?
Yeah, like 10 minutes.
Saying about 20.
I don't know where Moose is at,
Out
though.
on the Biltmore.
I don't think Moose knows where he's at.
Biltmore, yeah.
I think he's just gonna.
2 years
he
off
stayed
in
at Paz
Glendale.
last night. He said.
That's
Yeah,
so
he's
far
the
from
Paz.
like, hey, Westgate, that's fun for a while, but after that, it just gets old.
Nothing to do.
Even though there's a Topgolf out there now, it's brand new,
That's
but
what they were saying.
still, just like the restaurants and bars get old. So like at least Biltmore, it's central. Go to Scottsdale, you can go anywhere. Phoenix.
I'm staying in Tempe, and I mean, I lived on Camelback every year that I was out here, But living in Tempe now and just being able to kind of go around, because it's 15 minutes to the Scottsdale Stadium. I could piss into the middle of Tempe Diablo, and then the A's spot is 15 minutes away. It's all right there.
Real close, yeah.
What have you guys, how have you figured out, or what have you figured out in terms of keeping yourself fresh, not banged up, not dealing with the out here in spring early on? How do you take care of your body at this point in time during the year, as opposed to what you're going to be doing come August?
I mean, I think you're excited to get back and you want to just like go and get back to like mid-season form so fast sometimes that you got to like, yo,
baby steps.
You got to chill.
Reel that shit in.
You got 6 weeks to get rolling. You don't want to do everything in a week, and then that's how you blow out. So you got to realize, you got to learn how to pace yourself and understand that it comes back in stages and slowly, and you're not hitting the cage for 3 hours, trying to feel like you do in mid-July.
Yeah, you're not trying to peak in February.
Yeah, because it's easy to fall into those habits, right?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
all a
as
process.
a young player, you kind of need to show up ready to go.
Oh yeah, you got to be cranking.
Yeah.
You got to be cranking.
But as a guy that, like, your position's pretty much locked down, you try to peak mid to late March, feel good late in March, and then roll into the season with it.
You guys haven't gone to spring training in Florida, huh?
I have.
I have. I was there for 5 years. I got five Florida spring trainings. And I was on all of them bus rides.
You're right.
when I was
So
there.
yeah, that was a fucking error.
4-hour bus
He had
ride,
one
you're
of
on it.
my
Bro.
most favorite spring trainings of all time.
At JetBlue.
Yeah, when he happened to beat out Pablo Sandoval for a starting job. Never been happier in my life. You don't have to say anything, but I mean, it was.
So having experienced spring training in these two different places, is there even a fucking contest?
No.
Is it even a conversation?
No.
No. I was in Jupiter, though. That's probably one of the nicest ones if you're going to be in Florida.
With shit to do?
Yeah.
As far as
it's
stuff.
just, I love Jupiter, yeah. But the bus rides are not it.
Yeah, we're talking 3-hour pieces, right?
On a good day.
Oh.
I went to
Yeah,
Tampa
it's a
one time. I think
nightmare.
it was like my first ever big league camp. Like, you're on all the bus, obviously. So we were playing the Yankees, and that's Tampa. It was like 4 hours away, like 4:45 a.m. bus. And you're like, oh.
And you guys did day or night games too, towards the end of spring, or no?
Sometimes, yeah. You'd play like the overnight trip where you play the night game and then play the same team again in the day and then go back.
I stayed back in 2016. We went Marlins, Cardinals, and then who's the other one over there by you guys?
Mets.
Mets. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So it was Cardinals, Marlins, Mets, on 3 straight days.
Yeah.
We stayed.
Stay over there.
Yeah. There was like 5 of us. I was one of the young guys. So
But now the
it was
Astros
back-to-back
and Astros are there
overnights in
too,
the hotel.
by Jupiter.
In spring training.
So
I
it's
don't know
good,
why
yeah.
they
My
do
last
that.
year there was
It
like
should either all be in
easy, 10
Arizona,
minutes
or if
away.
you're gonna
And we
have it
share
in
with the Cardinals,
Florida,
so we
like
travel on that one.
Yeah.
condense it.
Mets is like a
bring it
half
closer
hour, but that's
together.
like here.
Yeah, because I mean, there's golfing. You can golf in Florida. Fuck
Golf
golf.
anywhere.
Yeah, but that's
Golf
the point.
out here too.
Well,
Yeah.
a shit ton. But I mean, they got shit like this. They got Old Town Scottsdale. Don't worry, there's a lot of different stuff you can go do here, as opposed to Florida. I am not looking forward to.
Yeah, we're going to Florida a week from Sunday, and it's gonna be a nightmare getting from camp to camp.
Yeah. 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are 4. Like
that
that's
RV.
Sure are, buddy.
yeah.
Sure are.
I mean, that's gonna suck.
Fucking terrible.
Everywhere here, it's like you can get from camp to camp in like 15, 20 minutes max.
Yep.
This is my first time in Arizona, like ever. So like doing like spring training out here, it's like night and day. Because I've done Florida, and you gotta. It's as a fan, it's exhausting. I don't even have to play baseball after that. After the rides, it's like you go there and back, 3.5 hours across Alligator Alley. It's like it's just not necessary.
Have you experienced a haboob?
A what?
A haboob.
What's that?
Know
What
a
is that?
haboob is?
No.
A giant dust storm. We have them out here. They have them out here. You've never seen it?
No.
Nope.
It's an apocalyptic type scene. Like, just imagine the entire
Biblical?
sky, everything you can visually take in, being black, just dark and rolling into you. Like they would have to shut shit up, lock it up. Bad scene. Can't believe you guys have never had one. Never seen one out here.
During what season? Like summer?
Like late spring and then monsoon. Summer?
Right now it's like 30 degrees in the morning out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Well, there
great.
was ice on the fucking field this morning when I went
Yeah.
to the.
I've been wearing the same pair of pants all week because I had packed one pair. I was like, oh, Arizona, this is dope. Came here, and it's like,
You wore shorts? You packed shorts? I don't believe that.
yeah, I did.
I don't know that I've ever seen Jared Carrabis wear shorts.
I mean, I live in New York. It's always cold. It's true. What?
No,
I mean, you don't have fucking tree trunks over there either.
no, I said short. I said short. No, I don't. No. It's 86, Jared. That's what 86 gets you. This is what 86 looks like from the waist down.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you pat yourself on the back. What's going through your mind in the 8th inning of your perfect game when you run out to the mound?
Oh. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. Like, honestly, that was really all I was thinking at that point. Like, I had to. You have that conversation with yourself, like, yo, probably shouldn't be here anyway. Just go ahead and enjoy this. But honestly, I was telling myself, don't baby it. Don't baby it. You've gotten here this far doing what you're doing. We had a 4-run lead. So fuck it. You can hit it far enough. We're still winning. And that's kind of the last out of the 8th inning was Upton, Melvin, a.k.a. BJ.
He's back
artist,
to BJ now.
Formerly, currently
Oh, he's
known
back
as
to BJ?
Oh, he's back to
to
BJ.
BJ.
Oh, he's back to.
Oh, yeah.
Back to BJ.
BJ's back.
Yeah.
All right.
So boss man, if you're listening, chewed on 89, inner half, no shot to get to it. And I knew, I was like, yeah, fuck that, it's over. It's over. So that was the end of the 8th inning, and then went out for the 9th inning, and things worked out. But that was bro, I was so scared. That was the first time I had ever seen the 9th inning of a big league baseball game, like on the mound.
That's insane, dude.
And I remember that was the first thing that I actually thought about running out there to the 9th inning was, I've never thrown a complete game. This is what the fucking mound looks like in the 9th inning?
Tore up.
I mean,
Wow,
knowing
yeah.
you like I know you now, if you were still in the big leagues, and I was watching you in 2019 enter the 9th inning with a perfect game, I'd be like, he's gonna blow this with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Like, he's the perfect candidate to have that happen to.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Brad Ziegler was in the bullpen, and I used to just, like how I would grab the ball, I'd grab the ball and flip it between my legs every inning. Like I was a mental mind fuck. And I went to do it, and I didn't catch it. It went through my fucking legs. So I walked over and grabbed the ball and walked all the way around the mound again and set the ball down and did it again. And Ziegler was like, I don't know if anybody else really paid attention, but I had you fucking that up the minute that you didn't do it the first time, because Ziggy, his rookie year, set a rookie record for the most consecutive scoreless innings. And he started his fucking career picking a guy off at first base in Texas. That was the first out he recorded as a pitcher, was a pickoff as a shit-slinging submariner. So fast forward to him setting that rookie record for like 40-plus scoreless innings, and he comes off the mound, and I'm the first dude to meet him, and I tell him, "Atta baby, Ziggy. Couldn't have happened to a worse dude." Because I just used to crush him. We had a lot of fun. He's a good guy. But
Which one of you guys has the weirdest superstition? I feel like it's you.
I
No?
don't do those.
You don't
I'm
have a
gonna say
superstition?
No.
You?
Let's go. Let's roll.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
What?
No.
Nothing.
I mean, this guy leads the league in shirtless dry hacks, but that's about it.
I was gonna
I-
say this guy just.
This guy's in front of the locker, no shirt.
Yeah, you do that.
Dry hack. I got a shirt on.
It's not. No.
I mean,
It's not button.
That's not the
like
same
Ricky
thing.
Henderson thing. No, just you have your sliders on, your pants. Like it's always after BP. You come in, you're sweaty. Take a shirt, throw it in
I mean,
the
if my
laundry.
arms
just
look like that too, I'd probably take my shirt off.
yeah.
you got a good base going. You got a good glisten.
I mean, I'm gonna
Solid
need you
glow?
to admit that this has nothing to do with shirt restriction or sweat. It's just you
Well,
just
it's hot. It's hot. You walk in. Media's probably walking around. Some reporters.
It's okay. Hey, we're in the trust tree here. You can tell us why you do it. It's fine. If I look like that, I do it. I do it anyway, and I don't look like that.
True.
Yeah.
But like weird. Like wear the same underwear every day against a lefty. Like I don't.
Like if you're
that's
hitting
a
if
weird-
you have a 17-game hitting streak, you're not getting in your head to be like, what did I do
No,
yesterday?
No, you can't.
I don't believe that.
The game's too
Maybe
crazy.
the only
you
thing
can't.
is maybe what I ate for lunch. That might be it.
I mean, like,
I
I
can
guess
see
that's
that,
not
yeah.
even. I would have painted you for doing some weird shit. Like same socks, put them on the same day.
Nah, I let it roll the whole second half. I didn't do anything the same every day. It was
Is there anybody that you guys watch and you're just like, weirdo?
Like on the field or off the field?
On the field, in the dugout, in the clubhouse?
Suitor.
Yeah.
Suitor B?
Suitor B.
Suitor B.
In a
Suitor
good
B's
way,
like-
though. In a good way.
For sure.
He's a great dude. Yeah,
He's lefty.
Yeah,
He's
that
he's
lefty
just a
thing,
lefty,
it really-
lefty pitcher, man. Like he's far gone. He's far gone.
Of Jimmy at the field at like the game's at 7, he's at the field at 9 a.m.
Nelson?
Yeah. He's a big, like he's always training,
Early,
he's always doing
early
stuff.
uni guy, probably.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
early uni guy.
My
He's
favorite
always-
player in the big leagues to just watch is Joey Votto. I mean, it's always just
He's an odd cat.
Like mannerisms, just everything
Yeah,
about him.
I
everything.
can't tell if he's self-aware or not.
Oh,
I
he's
think
very
I think he's self-aware.
Like he's just constantly trolling.
I got him as an extremely intelligent person.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very smart.
And he's a shit talker, too.
And he's
Oh,
off the
yeah.
grid.
Like to the people in the stands that are right there chirping.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He's the best, like, pure hitter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
what's the best chirp you guys have gotten from somebody? You're in the on deck circle.
I
And
mean,
they-
this
they-
guy.
Someone released me from their fantasy team like the 4th inning one time. That was pretty good. I like that. That was
Hey,
really
Yelly, I
good.
just released.
I
You're
punched
0
out.
for 2, I just released.
I don't think it was a 4th inning. I punched out twice and then grounded in a double play my next at bat. And the guy's like, I can't believe this, but I got to cut my losses. I had to release you. I can't watch you strike
I'm
out
sure
again.
you'll turn it around.
Yeah.
Did you try and plead your case?
No, I was like my rookie. I think it was my rookie year or something
Skip.
like that. But I remember that
Shot.
was, it
I
was
feel
really
you.
funny.
What's the biggest chirp you've gotten? Because I mean, it has to be in Milwaukee because obviously Boston fans are very rational and they don't overreact to anything.
I was about to say, it's definitely not in Milwaukee. Trying to think of something.
Didn't you get death threats one time?
Yeah, so
What? My God.
not like legit death threats. It was just like like you. So when I
We're
ended,
bringing life into this. That's
yeah,
it. That's it.
2016, I made the last out of the season.
Oh,
So it was
you
my
ended-
fault.
yeah, you
David
ended David
Ortiz's
Ortiz's
career was done.
Yeah.
So I flew out to end Game 3. It was my second at bat of the whole series. I didn't even play, but it was my fault that David Ortiz's career was over. I got some pretty good ones after that one
On Twitter or in person?
on Twitter.
And they were blaming you for ending the
Oh, yeah.
entire series. Well, I mean, you didn't hit a home run in fairness. Like you could have done something.
Was
out of it.
Carrabis one of them?
No, I'm sure deep down he was, but he wasn't going to go public with it.
No, I was not at that game. I was across the street. We were doing the post-game show, and we immediately after the game ended, we were on the air, and I had to like fucking just push it down. David
Suppress
Ortiz's
it.
career was over.
Right.
Baseball season was over. David Ortiz's career was over, and it's like that happens, and like, all right, camera's on, and I was like, fuck, like I didn't have any time to react at all.
I mean, we had no chance. That was like game, set, match in that series, too. That was like no contest.
And I said the exact opposite. I said that was the video that went viral.
Cleveland.
Where I was like, they were like, what do you think Cleveland's chances? Like, they have no chance. No chance. Because that was,
Carrasco
Kluber was hurt.
Carrasco
Carrasco was out.
was fine. Kluber
Salazar was
fine.
he missed the last 2 weeks leading up to that start. He was on one leg. He had a quad injury going into that series. He didn't pitch for 2 weeks going into that. So I was like, he's out. Carrasco was hurt. Salazar was hurt. It was a hurt Kluber, Josh Tomlin, and Bauer before he became the spin doctor. Like, this thing is in the bag. They might not win a game. Their team's career over. It's Travis Shaw's fault. Unbelievable.
It's over it. You can tell.
I mean,
Hey, I led our team in hitting that series, 1 for 2, 500.
that's true.
Take that to the bank.
Anyone that blamed him was just obviously an idiot, but that was a tough pill to swallow. I literally was on camera saying they might not win a game. They have zero chance to win the series.
Turn it around.
I guess. It's tough though. How do you sort of build on last season? Like, because you were obviously not going into 2018 being like, yeah, you know, I might fuck around, win a batting title, an MVP, be on the team with the best record in the league. Like, how do you prepare for a season after having a season like that?
I think you gotta flush it. Like you just can't you can't think back. It's just a completely new year where, like in terms of everything, like your swing, the new team that you have, like you're playing with, there's new guys. Like it's a different. Every team starts from.
The NL Central's good too.
Oh yeah.
Every team starts.
St.
from zero,
Louis.
and you gotta
St.
build.
Louis is going to be
Goldie
really
is
good.
in St. Louis now.
Totally different look.
We're the
Not
only
enough
division
people
in
giving them
baseball
credit.
where like every team's trying.
Yeah.
Every
That is
team's
true.
trying in the NL Central. You can't say that for any other division.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
It's a good
Well,
division.
depends on. I mean, Harper could swing things in the East. I could see that happening. But still, I would say the level of competition.
Yeah, but
in
even in
Central
the
is
East,
best.
the East, not every team's trying. There's four.
It's
of
everyone
them.
except for the Marlins.
There's 4 of them. I don't know. You
Yeah.
choose the 4, but there's 4 of them.
You can't say this. I can. The Marlins don't really count as like a baseball team. So every team besides the Marlins.
They pay players, Jared.
No, they're there.
The
They pay
showfish.
players.
No, they're there.
Moscatos.
There are guys that are there. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, they give them jerseys for sure.
The fans come.
No.
Umpires show up.
Umpires are there. 100%.
They actually do have some good veteran players there. Curtis Granderson's there. Neil Walker's there.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to shit on the Grandy signing?
I already did.
I know. You're a bad dude for it.
I don't think I am.
I know you are.
It is Miami too. Miami's
Yeah,
tight.
Miami's a great place to
Great
be.
city. Great city.
Miami. I've had some good times in Miami. But the whole Granderson signing, I said, it's like, guy wants to. We had this conversation. You want to stay in the league as long as you can.
That's the kind of guy you need around in a
He's
clubhouse.
the perfect
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
for
he's
that
To
situation.
groom,
He's
The
really
perfect
but to
guy.
groom who?
Especially with how young that
they're-
team
they're
is.
prospects, they're
he's
young
a
guys.
great dude for that clubhouse.
There's
It makes a huge difference, too, because those guys are going to remember for the rest of their career how Curtis Granderson went about the game, which is the best way you can go about the game.
Yes.
And
It's
they're
almost
going
like,
to
hey,
think
could you just repeat everything that I told Jared earlier?
yeah, it's just I don't buy it.
it's important, man. It's getting lost in the game of baseball, but it's so important.
Same
No,
with,
no, I'm
same
not
with
saying-
Neil Walker. Neil Walker's just a pro too.
Yeah, he's a dude,
Guy.
but it's like
Guy's fucking dude. And you,
I think
You just-
there's a misinterpretation
like, you're not
here.
even good at math to be disregarding players like that.
Give me a math problem right now.
You can't do it. I'm not going to give it to you.
Ask me.
You
You
don't
won't.
need to go that route.
Because you know that-
I understand your incapability. You can't even wrap your head around the equation of Curtis Granderson with a young group of individuals.
It's like
You can't.
the role
one and one
of signing someone to groom young players. Of course, that's a thing. But that's
Is
like,
it? Is it?
But
Because
who
you
is
ask
he
people who
grooming?
are charged
That's
to
like
sign
buying
people
a
now.
condom
That
and
guy
then
doesn't
going back
exist.
to your empty hotel
That
room.
guy's a
What's
dinosaur.
the purpose of that?
That guy's a dinosaur.
No purpose.
Matters.
You're gonna jerk off into a bag.
Sock.
Exactly. Right. Anyways, Curtis Granderson, great guy.
Great signing. in my opinion.
Great signing.
You
Sergio
can
Romo,
see
same thing.
what guys like that mean
Yeah.
to Major League clubhouses.
For sure. No
That's why
doubt.
you'll never set foot in one.
Who's the best clubhouse guy that you have
I'll say
On our
Randy.
on our team right
Oh.
now.
right now?
There's a lot, dude. It's not just Ron. I say Ronnie's good. Moose is good.
Moose is really good.
These two are really good.
This guy?
This guy's good. He's quiet, but he's
I was just gonna say I've never heard him raise his voice once.
Aggie's good. There's a lot. I mean, like, I think that's what makes our team so special. Like, there's a lot of good clubhouse.
Who's the
dudes.
sneaky personality that people would be like, really?
Ooh.
Low Kane, maybe?
Yeah.
No, sneaky.
I don't know. People think like,
People might not think he's a certain way, and he could probably shock the shit out of you.
yeah, Low Kane's hilarious.
Love it.
He's one of those dudes. Like he's like, I would say, compare him to like a Wade Miley.
Okay.
It's just like they don't try to be funny, but
They
it's like
just are.
Yeah, like the way they say things. It's just like everybody's always like when Kane talks, it's just like in his deep accent. It's just like he says like the most boring thing ever, but it just sounds funny the way he delivers it.
Yes. Like I think that way about the Southern accent. You could go to a rocket scientist convention, and everybody that's speaking there, if they're speaking in a Southern accent, it just sounds like the most unintelligent and unintelligible. Like you're way smarter than me. You're blowing me out of the fucking water. Like you kidding me? I shouldn't even be in that room. But to hear them talk about it, the way they actually say rocket, like I would die laughing and just not believing you.
I mean,
I didn't see it going that way right there.
I'm not saying.
It's weird. It's weird.
that is weird.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
Sorry,
like
Lucas.
other clubhouse dudes that might be like Low Kane picked up baseball in high school.
right?
Like
Yeah.
last
Late in
year
high school, like
Yeah, it was
junior,
like
senior
yeah.
year.
because he had no other choice. Like,
Yeah,
he
he
couldn't play
picked
any
up
other sport.
baseball late, and I'm pretty sure he tried out in like jeans and a polo or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so he picked up baseball in high
His
school and got
BP,
drafted.
that tryout probably looks the same as it does right now, too.
Yeah, I mean, he's that dude.
Oh, for real though.
Worst BP hitter I've ever seen in my entire life.
Really?
Hands down. No
Game
no
comes around,
contest.
4 Rockets.
Why do you think that is?
He tries.
He tries to like hit bombs in BP.
No.
No,
He tries to hit it out of the infield in BP.
He like works on hitting bloopers. And
Yeah, he tries to hit it.
stoppers and stuff in BPs.
His goal in BP is to try to hit it behind the first baseman, but in front of the right fielder. So like,
Huh?
keep it simple.
I mean, he's
incredible.
like
Yeah, and then the
statistically one
game
of the
just
best players in the
breaks
NL
all over
last
the
year.
yard.
oh yeah, and then 7 o'clock rolls around and it's light switch on. Here we go.
Yeah, he was. How much do you guys pay attention? I know that you pay attention to statistics, but like the advanced shit. Do you care about like defensive metrics? Do you care about like wins above replacement? Or are you just like, I gotta hit my homers, I gotta hit my doubles?
I don't think the defense one is accurate.
It's not.
No, not even
It's
close.
not.
Not
at
even
all.
close.
Like, I don't think anybody
Thank you.
understands what that means. Like
No.
the
They
fact
don't
that
have a
people use
reliable
that to
one.
judge people right now is like, I don't understand. Like, how do you quantify that?
You
I
can't.
don't understand.
I'm with you.
Like,
Like,
all the other ones are good, but that one's not good.
because the whole qualifier is we can't really figure this quite out. So just bear with us here.
But
Fuck
why
that.
do they even have it then? If
You're
they
sticking
can't figure
him
it out?
over here. He's making a play like he made it over here. He's the shortstop catching shit in shallow
Saved
right.
46 runs. Like,
Right. that-
did you? Like,
yeah. No.
You might
what?
have saved more than that, or maybe you didn't.
Not even close to that. It could look completely different.
Yeah.
I just
You
realized.
robbed
something.
a grand slam. That's technically 4 runs, but they don't get credit for that on the thing.
Right.
That might be like a
Yeah,
plus
because who
0.1.
knows that you started 6 feet from the wall and they're not and they're trying to bang you for that.
Right.
Yeah, or you got shifted in the other gap and they got hit down the line.
Yeah, and you
And it
couldn't
had
get
like
to
a
it.
20-second hang time, but you just didn't get there. So that's
Makes-
a
yeah.
little negative right there
Your
in your box.
UZR
So, like,
takes a hit. Yeah. Tired
I don't
shit.
understand that
UZR
one.
one.
But all the other ones are good. But I'm out on the defensive metrics, but I think the other ones are good.
What do you pay attention to? Homers and exit velocity.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. Now it's on-base percentage. Exit velo, like the flight of the ball.
Yeah.
I'm into that now, and just like body awareness.
Who
I
turned you
like
onto
the
that?
stats, like the actual, like the measurements, like the sensors and stuff. I like
Yeah.
that.
Who turned you on to like exit velo? As something that you should pay attention to.
No, just to see on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like when
Yeah,
I came back
on
from
Miller
Korea,
Park, on a Miller Park, it shows it on the scoreboard.
I feel like all parks should now.
Well, they're tricky.
Miller Park doesn't even show average anymore. So it's like your
Yeah,
name
it's all the
and then
advanced
it's
metrics.
OPS.
OPS.
Yeah.
Just OPS.
Yes. It'll show it like when the guy comes up to hit, all his numbers will come up. But like when it shows like just the lineup, the number beside your name is the OPS number, and that's it.
I would rather have all of it. I would
So if
want.
you're
like-
rolling a 650 OPS up there, it's
Yeah,
easy for
that's
everyone.
a tough look.
Yeah, you're way behind.
You're like, man, I gotta get that up.
yeah.
It's gonna have to work on that.
it's
I'm thinking
incentive.
2 out of the box.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, obviously we've had you guys on the podcast before, and we've
Thames
got
first time. Yelly is a 3-timer. First ever 3-timer.
All right, so
Dawes
the-
a 2-timer.
So Thamer, we got to ask you this question. They've answered
of
this
radio.
question. Hot tub time machine, taking you back to any moment in baseball history for you to bear witness to. You can take it in. You want to sit in the dugout, you're sitting in the dugout. I can't put you on the field. They got rules against how many people are on the field. 9. But you're taking this moment in.
All right, I'm gonna throw a little curveball to that.
Okay.
I will say 1995, watching the draft.
Really?
So I'm gonna try to go back there and play at that time when guys throw 86, 87, fucking stuff. No more 98. Maybe one guy in a team that throws that. So I'll
Right.
go back and watch the draft board, see what happens. But really, though, I'll go back to 2001, watching Barry
Ooh,
the home run record.
I like that.
I'm sure that like that place, like I mean, from my TV, an hour away from the
That was yours?
ballpark. Actually, being in that park when that happened, just to, like feel like the stadium shake, that would be insane.
It was ludicrous, just absolutely ludicrous to live in that area. I mean, I was in high school, and it was mind-boggling to think that, like, bro, 60 miles that way, is the dude who owns the sexiest record in fucking sports.
And hit it in AT&T Park too, or whatever, or
Right,
Park,
yeah.
whatever it
It
is.
Yeah,
didn't
or-
matter though. Those things were going like 100 feet into the water, bro.
Yeah, like
Dudes in,
it was.
kayaks were turning around and watching the ball.
And growing up a Giants fan, like I was watching those games very closely, and like it's legit when you think about getting one pitch a series, maybe two a series,
And still hitting it on the
and he's
screws.
hitting those balls into
Five.
the fucking bay. That is mind-numbing. You guys ever been to the Hall?
That's where you would
No.
go.
You've never been?
I've never.
I mean, I feel like it's just like
You ever been
Really?
to the Hall? You ever been to the Hall? Hall of Fame? Have you ever been to the Hall of Fame?
He stole your.
I don't
that's
think
where
he
you would
will,
go
but
to?
he. Just
No. Have you ever
No,
been to the Hall
That's
of
one
Fame?
thing still on the bucket list. I need to
Okay.
go.
That's crazy.
So his bat, they got a. I don't know if you've ever seen his bats,
And they're
but
tiny as hell.
that's not what I'm getting at.
They're, I think they're like 34
Are they really tiny?
inches, but he tapes them.
Yeah, he tapes.
I
them.
gotta see it firsthand.
He
I
had
super
one of the
light,
first.
yeah.
He had one of the first flare knobs,
swinging like
actual
32,
custom
like
designed
33.
flare knob, and it wasn't taped. I mean, he had it taped.
And
He had tape
98
on it,
right here to
but that was
Yeah.
actually the flare knob.
Insane.
But
He had
there's
some
this
tight cleats too. The Feelers.
Fearless.
Yeah.
So sick. Him and Mike Piazza rocked the Fearless. But there's a on his barrel, and I shit you not, if it's this big, I'm probably exaggerating, of a solid white, worn out, almost flat spot. Everything else looks like it just got dipped in lacquer. This spot right here is just worn the fuck out. And that's a gamer.
That's a game.
It's just like, I'm not talking shit. Your bat probably doesn't look like that. Your bat
I
probably.
can promise you, mine doesn't look like that.
Well, then
His bats have a
and
3 to 4 at bat lifespan.
Yeah, I'm using.
Swear to God.
Insane, like crazy to look at.
You don't think he'll get in?
He should.
I think I think he should. Like he
I think
needs to
he
be
will.
in, but like
They're gonna make
guys
him
that
sweat
vote,
till the 10th year, and then they'll put him in.
You think so? Just the guys that vote, man. They just like I don't know. I mean, I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
I think he needs to
he
get
should
in.
be
He's the
in.
greatest hitter of all time.
Yeah, he's the best baseball player who ever lived. I think that's what they do. Like they like to punish people.
You guys want something to drink? I mean, you guys probably ready to go here in a little bit anyway, right? You guys, water, beers, whatever.
I'm good right now.
You guys good?
All good, yeah.
Okay. All right.
But
I don't know. I gotta see Barry up close for like a whole year, talk about hitting and do hitting. So I for sure think he should be in the Hall
What
of
was
Fame.
that like?
Awesome.
Because he seemed like a completely different Barry. Like he was like smiling. I've never seen him smile
Well, he
before
was
that.
sort of like being, I don't want to say brought back into the game at that point in time, but definitely like went from where's his
Yeah.
place in our game going to be to he's back.
Yeah,
He's back in our
I
game.
still talk to him every now and then. He'll give me a call or I'll text with him about stuff. But he knows so much about hitting and positions your body has to be in and
to get to
yeah,
certain
like
pitches to
how hitting works. Like anybody can hit a homer, but do you know why you hit it? Like
You ever watch
Probably
that
not.
video with him and Jenny Finch
no. Oh yeah.
from like the early 2000s,
90s.
late 90s?
or late 90s, early, yeah.
And he
Him and Pujols, right?
yeah, and
A-Rod.
he was hitting homers, but he was telling her exactly where he was gonna hit them. He was just like, all right, bang, 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 and he just kept going. I feel like he was before his time in terms of like the science of it. Like Ted Williams like wrote like the book on it. Barry could write the sequel to like the science of hitting. Dude was insane.
I would love to hear Ichiro talk about the science and art of hitting, because Ichiro's a guy that I've watched take BP multiple times, and
It's
ball
two
out to
different
left.
approaches. I've been around both of them.
I mean,
so.
it's insane. But like,
Yeah.
I've watched Ichiro hit every single ball during a round out and just spray the field.
Is
Just
the
work
Ichiro
left,
mobile
center,
gym a
center,
real thing?
right, center,
It's a real
right.
thing. Yeah.
Did you know
Not
that?
on, like
What?
in spring training it is, but like they don't bring it on the road.
It's just for spring.
Yeah.
Ichiro has a mobile gym that he brings with him during spring training. It's got everything that he needs to work out with.
Him and the Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's there, and then his machines were at home too. Yeah. Ichiro's the man.
That's insane. I mean, I love it. I would love to have
And
something
it's all
like that.
pull side homers and BP. all pull side homers. That's it.
That is, that's insane. Do you think, who's the next guy you think will be the unanimous Hall of Famer? Because Dallas doesn't think we'll see one. That's just not true.
Mike Trout.
I mean,
Jeter could.
And I prefaced it with Trout would be the only guy that I feel would ever be in that
I
conversation.
mean,
again.
Ichiro,
And I
it could very well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ichiro. Yeah,
Who's not?
I don't think
What,
What, a
Ichiro would be
100%
unanimous.
vote? There's no chance because I'm gonna tell you right now.
Maybe
There's
some
gonna be-
analytics people that say like he got lucky or his launch angle wasn't good or he
Oh yeah, you got luck. I could see that.
You
Like
know?
he had a normal ground ball.
It's
here.
absurd that Griffey wasn't unanimous. Absurd.
he'll have like 99% of it, but I don't think.
Yeah, what
gonna be
Griffey?
first
Like,
ballot
what
for
was
sure.
Griffey? 98.
98 and
Point-
change, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He
absurd.
beat Seaver.
With Seaver.
Seaver.
99.3, something like that.
No, he was low. Seaver
Seaver
was the
was
highest
Or
before
Griffey.
Griffey. Yeah. Yeah. But now it's like, now that someone's gotten 100, there's no reason why other guys can't get 100.
But I said this: there's going to be how there's levels to our game. There's
Yeah.
like you're an all-star. There's probably there's levels to being an all-star. You're a
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. There's levels to being a Hall of Famer
Yeah.
as well. Now that you got that 100% unblemished nod, the next guy to be in that group creates just that. Creates this group. Creates this next tier. Because
Yeah.
right now it's Mo and everybody else.
Yeah.
I was bummed I never got to face him. I'd have been honored to get sawed off by Mo. I just wanted to see
Blow
it.
the fuck up.
I just wanted to see it.
To
you
take
know?
that in,
I
right?
would, yeah.
I mean,
I
you
would
know what's
gladly-
coming.
So is the thought
Gladly
that, like, I
sacrifice
can
a
get
bat
to
to see that.
Like
No.
you've got to be thinking that though. I
Yeah.
can get to that.
Yeah, you would think that.
You face him?
No.
Really? Oh yeah, you
He was
missed by
way
a
gone.
couple
Knocks
like a
off
year.
him.
I would have put any amount of
Sorry about it?
He's
Oh.
taking that home with him.
Really?
Actually, it was his. They're both hits up the middle. Because I guess now a guy plays there, so it wouldn't matter. But it was his record-setting appearance.
Okay.
So it was like I don't know. It was a big number. Cut her in, stayed inside of it, ground ball up the middle, and he like fell, like it went between his legs, and he like fell on the ground. And I was just like, I was like a rookie, 2011, just like
So not
I was
only
like,
did
oh,
you
I've
get
seen
hit
that
off-
highlight. I guarantee.
I was like,
you've
thank
seen that
God. I was
highlight.
like, oh, thank God I hit that. Yeah, that was cool, man. He's nasty.
Did you like ask for the ball? Did you ask? I mean,
Yeah,
I would have.
I was like, apologize.
straight up.
Sorry, Mr. Rivera.
You go out and pick him up.
Dust them off.
Sorry. Oppo.
Crazy.
Actually, yeah, I went in the locker room, took off my full uniform, had it authenticated. Sorry.
Fuck
Take up
yeah.
my house.
That's exactly what I would have done. Remember
You
that
really
day,
did
bitch.
No.
Thames is going back to see Bonds. You remember what your answer was?
For what?
If you could go back in time to see any moment in baseball history live in person? I think you said you would go back to like watch your dad.
No. I honestly, like, if I'm being completely honest, I'm probably going 2004. Red Sox Yankees
Oh,
down
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. That's
yeah.
old Yankee Stadium, just that whole thing.
To see Game 7?
It's like the last
See
game when they just smashed.
All of it. 4 or whatever, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. I was at 4. Loudest Fenway's ever going to be, ever. Because they're not going to be that pissed off anymore.
Right.
After you win 4, it's like, you don't have the like, please fucking God, can you just win 1 before I
Your
die?
entire life in front of
Yeah,
you right
like now, like Fenway didn't get loud this past year until the World Series. It's just like, yeah, wake me up when the World Series starts. It's very much different than what it used to be. But what was yours? You said a Bonds one too?
Yeah, I'd go to something Barry. I don't know which one, but something Barry, just because you got to see that.
All right, so then because you've been on the podcast 3 times,
I got to see Barry a couple times in person.
Wait.
He pitched, I mean, him and my dad were in the same division. They face each other a number of times. So.
yeah.
You ever
You take
book your
deep?
dad?
Yeah, you got him.
You did get him?
Yeah, you got him.
So you're like, okay, because you said that. So it's different. Okay, if I watched him from the stands, that's cool. But like to be like a teammate, like that'd be really cool. Like to watch like his daily routine, watch him hit BP, watch him like every day, and like watching him last year, second half, it was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I wonder what Barry's like. You know, like
Right.
Barry was that huge stretch of just like seeing him walk 4 or 5 times a game, and
Because they were comparing
month.
his second half numbers to Barry Bonds'
Yeah.
like best
Yeah.
second half ever, I think it was.
Yes.
That's stupid.
the show.
It's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know how that. I know how it kind of happened, but like, I didn't really think it was gonna get to like that level. You know?
Right.
Kind of just escalated really quily.
Yeah, that got out
Barry,
of hand.
Barry
real
did
quick.
make sure he knew who was on top, though. He texted him and said anybody can win 1.
No, he called me.
That is.
He called me. I was coming home from a game. I forgot which game it was, but he called me. I can't tell you exactly how he said it. I'll tell you after when all the cameras are gone. But, Yeah, it was something along the lines of that, of how he had, he's won 7 MVPs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
There's a way to go. I was like, oh, man, that's
Yeah,
cool, I
wake me up
guess.
when you get
I remember my first child.
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane. So because, like I said, you've been on 3 times. You've obviously given us your answer before. So pick, if you could go back in time to witness any moment from your career, to just sit in the stands and watch yourself, which one moment are you going to pick?
Man. If I could, like, relive it again?
Yeah. But you can't, like, pick the second half. It's just one night.
No. Probably my debut again. That's a cool
What'd you
night.
do?
I got a couple. I didn't do anything like super cool, but it's like it's the first time you're in the big leagues, and I just remember that feeling of how cool. Like there's nothing like it. It is such an interesting day because it goes so fast. It goes slow, but it goes fast at the same time. So if you could go back and do it again,
Slow it
it'd be
down.
like and take it all in, because basically it's your debut. You're super excited. You don't want to mess anything up. Definitely don't want to punch in your first at bat.
Yeah.
You know, you have all your friends and family either there or watching. Like, it's just a unique time in your baseball life. So I'd probably go with that one.
Don't hate it.
And
Don't
the,
hate it.
and the build-up is very real. All right, the last one for you guys. The aha moment. I'm here. It's the fucking big leagues. What was that?
Like,
Whether it's a dude you're facing, you're like, oh shit, like it could have been last year, but it could have been like where you
where
have
I'm in
that
the big leagues,
perspective where you're
or-
like, fuck man,
You're
like,
welcome
you've
to
taken
the big
pause and
leagues
you're
moment.
Like, wow.
Like this
like a
ain't, this
positive
ain't double A
moment, or
anymore.
like, wow,
Whatever, yeah,
I'm
it could have
in
been
the
a
big
humbling experience. It could have been something that just kind of made you realize, I'm Travis Shaw, I'm Eric Thames, and right now I am in the fucking big leagues, and that just happened, and that's how I'm here.
My first like out of body experience was when Alex Rodriguez came up to the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like my idol growing up. And
Yeah.
I'm playing
You're like-
third, and Alex Rodriguez just walked to the plate.
He's gonna fucking smash this down my throat right now.
It's like, wow.
That would be bizarre.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I'm not going to hate you for that answer. It's an acceptable answer.
I would say my first aha big league moment was taking the bus after the game in Toronto and boarding that private Air Canada jet and just getting on, just like all the, there's a card table, all the food,
Spread.
the beer. I'm just like, this is like, I'm used to like Southwest flights, like, like bus flights. And it's like, this is the travel and the show. I'm just like, oh. And then I was like, okay, so I sit where? I sit
Right.
steerage? Like, is there a row underneath the plane? I don't know. It's just like, this is crazy. This is how the big leaguers travel. Like, I don't know. It blew my mind.
I was the same, man. I was the same way. Like, holy shit, this is ours.
Or watching Mike Napoli party. That was pretty fun.
Yes.
I am sitting on a Mike Napoli story. I'm waiting because I think what we're gonna do is like set up shop by his pool at his house, and we're just gonna go over all of the stories that we're allowed to tell. And that's
some
gonna be the
legendary
most
ones.
Can't miss podcast of all time.
It's gonna
Oh,
be
I
great.
can't wait. Yelly?
Mine was in 2014 or 14, I think it was, and it was actually in a spring training game. I just played my rookie year. We were in Panama playing the Yankees, and I was leading off, and Jeter was playing shortstop. It was like his last year, and I grew up obviously watching Jeter. He's doing his whole like pre-game first pitch routine at short. I don't know, CC might have been pitching or something, and I'm going to lead off the game in Panama, and it's going nuts out there, and like it's the New York Yankees, and like
Right.
they were like, I remember Jeter ran on the field, and this place like exploded in camera flashes, like it was like paparazzi, and you're running out there, and I was like,
For a
damn.
spring training
For a spring training game, and
Yeah,
it was like 35,000 people in Panama though for a spring training game, so
Right.
it wasn't really a spring
Right,
training
no,
game, and there's
no.
drums and horns, and
This is a display.
like this is the show, and you're leading off the game in the show against the show Yankees.
The show
And
Yankees.
Derek Jeter's there, and CC's on the mound, and like, here we go.
That's pretty nuts.
Like,
That'll put
what
you in
the,
perspective.
you're like, what the
Yeah.
hell am I doing here? You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Yeah. How did I end up leading off this game?
Yeah, I feel like
Here
that,
we
like,
go.
there's not, the game doesn't have as many larger than life guys active right now.
To give you that feeling or that.
Yeah, the best players, there's a lot of young
The only time I've
players.
ever had that feeling, like ever on a
Yeah.
field, was like,
Shit comes. Yeah. comes to a halt.
Yeah, like if you're a young guy coming into the league right now, like who's that guy that's giving that fit? It's like Miggy, Pujols.
I put Yachty in that category.
Really? Yeah. Yachty, and then I guess like Ichiro for that 1 weekend in Japan before he retires.
I know.
That's it. And then the Young Bucks take over.
Game's changing, bro.
Yeah, for the better.
Yeah.
Game's changing.
Christian Yelich, Eric Thames, Travis Shaw, my Milwaukee Brewers.
Your
Defending NL Central champs, defending best record in the National League. 2019, we're coming for that ass.
holla.